Hello, and welcome to episode 15 of Vampire the Requiem, New York City. I'm Mike, your storyteller, and I'm here with one of my players. I will throw it over to Robin and let her tell you who she plays and what she does.
Hi, I'm Robin. I am playing Winter Jameson. She is a vampire of the Invictus Covenant and Deva clan, and she owns a vampire-themed goth nightclub in is it the East Village of New
Yeah,
York?
yeah. You can't afford the rent in the West Village, so yeah. That's where all the fancy rich people live. So it's been 3 weeks since we played this game. So to give a little bit of background, uh, your bartender Natalie is in a clinic right now because for some strange unknown reason she's like drinking blood nonstop. Uh, and not only that, there's other weird things going on that the prince and prince asked you to investigate. One of your regular patrons, Bella, her her sisters are missing, so she's in the middle of all of this. And
Right. Plus, she did a little investigating for us last night, so I'm looking
yeah,
forward to getting to the club and having a little talk with her, find out what she may have found out about Nat's condition.
that's true. And if she found out about anything about where her other two sisters might have disappeared too. Uh, and this last month or two has been so stressful that your Invictus contact Tanner has gone on vacation.
Well, of course, anyone who might offer me some help goes on vacation right when things get tough. Thanks, Tanner.
Yeah. Well,
I'm stressed too. Where's my vacation?
you run a club. You can't close and take a vacation. This is the This is the age-old problem of owning your own business. You don't get a vacation.
Damn.
But the upside to Tanner being on vacation is that you get to talk directly to the prince if you need something. Um, but he's kind of busy and stressed too,
Yeah.
so you only get a hold of him if you absolutely need to talk to him. or or if you have news that he needs to know about.
Right. Of course, the upside is my house band is going to be there tonight at the club. So.
Well, yeah, that means the first thing you have to do when you and Dex get there is talk to the backup bartender and make sure she ordered.
Yeah, ordered enough alcohol.
Because it's always busy when Orpheus comes to play on Friday nights. So, with that little bit of background, we'll go ahead and jump into tonight. And the scene opens with you and Dex laying next to each other in your bedroom when your alarm goes off, because the sun just went down, which means you've got about 2 hours or so to get up and get dressed and head to the club before it opens at 9. So, and I'm going to let you explain what's going on at this point.
Well, first of all, I kind of turn over to Dex and I'm like, you didn't get up before me this morning. You're usually up earlier.
Well, he says generally, but I had a bit of a better reason to stay in bed tonight.
I guess so.
Sleeping by myself, there's no real reason to hang out in bed. So, so Dex will turn over and put his arms around you. Says, are you feeling a little less stressed now?
A little. Too bad we can't just stay in bed and de-stress some more.
Well, don't think our customers would like that much.
Yeah, and they probably wouldn't appreciate it if we did it at the club either.
I don't know. The vampires that are there wouldn't care. The humans, on the other hand,
Yeah.
that might be a little more than they bargained for.
Probably not something that usually happens at human nightclubs.
And that depends.
I guess.
Fact, one of the most famous nightclubs in New York back in the 70s, Club 54, was notorious for that kind of
Oh,
crowd.
really?
Oh yeah, and we're talking movie stars and
No,
shit,
no.
not just
Well,
regular.
it was the 70s.
Yeah. Basically, sex, drugs, and rock and roll in one building. It's like, yeah.
Right.
So, that sort of thing hasn't happened in 50 years in clubs in New York. Shall we say, non-adult themed clubs in New York. So, but like I said, the vampires wouldn't care. The humans would be a little freaked. Of course, the two of you could always go hide out in your office.
I was just gonna say, should we go to my office or to the feeding room upstairs and close the door?
But as pleasant as that might be, it's Friday night and you have the band coming in, and Dexter, eh, Dexter will get up and go into the kitchen, and you hear him clunking around in the fridge.
So I'll get up and I'm not going to bother putting a robe on or anything. I'll just head into the kitchen in all my glory.
Well, what do you think he did? Because Dexter doesn't use robes anyway. He's a biker, he could care less. Uh, and when you walk in there, you see what you always see in the morning. You see your cup of preferred blood type sitting on the table, which he always does for actually both of you because he's always up before the two of you are. And as Dex turned around, he's like, and as I recall, you have a thing for the lead singer of the band, so
Yeah, I mean, she is pretty cute.
that's true. She is. She's rather. She's kind of small, though.
Yeah, that's how I like a short little compact bundle of,
Yeah. Well, so
Actually, I can't think of any way I don't like them, come to think of it.
he's like, were you like this when you were a human?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. I kind of get.
Including being into vampires. I was like that when I was a human.
Well, you got lucky to get turned into one then. I, on the other hand, was a bit of a surprise on my
Don't
part.
don't complain. You enjoyed it.
Well, yes, but I guess I should have expected it working where I'm currently working.
Well, honestly, we did it for your own good. I mean, you know, the way that vampire threw you basically across the street, figured that wouldn't happen if you were a vampire too.
Well, yeah, that's true. That was not a fun night, I recall. No. Do you have plans for the this little lead singer of yours tonight, or
I thought I'd just, you know, go upstairs, hang out, listen to music for a while, and then maybe approach her.
hmm?
I mean, it would be, like you said, it would be nice to have a little stress relief.
I thought that's what
Oh, yes,
last night was.
it was. But I kind of glanced at the bottle of gin on the table I bought last night and never had the chance to open, and I'm thinking, ah, man, if I wasn't so responsible of a club owner, I'd start in on that right now.
Uh, you just end up feeling worse tomorrow night.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I sort of walk over, lean over to Dex and be like, there is something else from my human days that provided some stress relief. You wouldn't happen to know where I could get any smoke, would you? Just off chance?
Hmm. Well, when I was alive, I could have done that quite easily. Uh, Trying to contact one of my writing buddies now might be a little iffy.
Considering they think you're dead?
Well, yeah. Uh, I can give it a shot. I've been wanting to try and contact one of them anyway because they'd be a good source of info as far as what's going on in the city.
They might also be a good source of protection if we needed bodyguards at any point.
Yeah, but you'd have the same problem you had before I became a vampire because
Uh,
these guys are human. So they came up against a vampire that just get
that's
th-
true.
thrown around a lot. So, but they pretty much keep up on what is going on in the city because, shall we say, some of their activities are a little less than legal, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't
So
gonna ask.
they're a biker gang. Come on, guys. Uh, so they have to like know what the police are up to and all that shit. So if we could get one that wouldn't freak out, it might be useful. Hmm. But I can find that out. I can make a couple of calls. Oh, were you planning to bring your rock star friend home this evening?
If everything works out satisfactorily, yes.
Hmm. So should I make myself scarce or what?
I don't know. I'll talk to her and see.
Hmm. And um, Celia and Dex have met because,
At the princess party. Well, and
well,
they played.
well, yeah, but they've played at the club
Yeah.
several times, so Dex is the bouncer slash doorman. He's held the door open while they've lugged equipment back and forth, so they know they're acquaintances. So then he turns around and looks at you and goes, as pretty as you are, I wouldn't advise going to the club that way.
No, again, like you said, the vampires wouldn't care, but the humans, particularly any human cops, might be an issue.
Yeah, don't know what the club nudity laws are in New York, so yeah, wouldn't push that if I were you. Then he's like, last night was very nice.
It was.
And
And
I know,
I know we were both kind of hoping Nat would be there, but
well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, I know Nat wasn't here, but uh, it was still a very nice way to spend the night.
it was.
And who knows if your rock star friend is into it. Tonight could get interesting too.
True.
Hmm. You have to find out what else she's into, by the way. But he's like, I'm gonna go jump in the shower and get dressed because it's almost that time. And
Okay, I'll hop in after I'm gonna finish my blood.
yeah. While you're finishing your blood, your text notification goes off on your phone.
Okay, I'll look at it.
It's Dr. Jameson from the clinic. She's like, something very odd is happening. I think Nat could be getting worse. I'm not sure what's going on. And then they're just space, and then she's like, I know you guys have to run your club, but at some point tonight, you might want to come by.
I will call her right away. Like, I'm not even gonna bother with texting. I'm just gonna call.
Yeah. She's like, hello, this is Dr. Jameson.
This is Winter. Um, what's going on?
You got my text, okay.
Yeah, I just got it.
Um, yeah, I haven't treated anything like this, so I have no idea whether this is an improvement or whether she's getting worse. Uh, she stopped drinking blood,
But
but she just, um, she had one of the staff um, take the restraints off so she could get up and go to the bathroom.
Do vampires go to the bathroom?
You drink that much blood. She's drank 4 or 5 times what her body can hold at this point, yeah. And before she made it there, she threw up.
I'm honestly kind of surprised she didn't do that the other night when we brought her in.
Um, except she didn't throw up blood. I don't know what it is she threw up, but it wasn't blood.
What did it look like?
Is this blackish grayish, and it's thicker than blood would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she just throw up once or?
Yeah, but it was still quite a quantity. And she passed out after that.
I was going to ask how she's been since. Is she still unconscious?
Um, she's currently unconscious, yes. Because right after she threw up, she lost consciousness. So,
Okay, well, I do need to run the club, but why don't I have Dex go over to the clinic tonight and I can figure out, I can either take care of the line myself or have someone else do it at the club. Sounds like somebody needs to be with her. I'll send him over there.
because, like I said, I've never treated anything like this, and I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
What, instead of sending Dex over here, what might be a better thing is to see if he can find a specialist that's treated vampires before, because I'm honestly out of my comfort zone here.
Okay. Well, I'll should I have him call you and you can talk to him?
Uh, yeah, you could do that.
Okay. Because I'll have him help you out before he joins me at the club because it sounds like this is important.
Okay. Well, if he's able to find anybody at all that has more experience doing this than I do, have him get a hold of me.
Okay.
With that, and she's like, other than that, I'll keep you up to date if anything changes.
Okay, thank you.
And she hangs up. At this point, Dex walks out of his room completely dressed in his biker outfit. He's like, I heard my name. What's going on?
Dr. Jameson just called from the clinic, and so I tell him what's going on and say, before you meet me at the club, why don't you try to help them out? She said to try to find someone, doctor or somebody who's had experience treating vampires. If you know anyone or can find anyone, call around.
Uh, I wouldn't know even where to look. I know you're not supposed to, but you might want to get a hold of the prince.
Yeah.
Because if anybody would know something like that,
Oh, that's true. 'Cause
uh,
it sounds to me like this is very important. So
yeah, it
think,
sounds like she's getting worse.
yeah.
Mm. Maybe they did do something to her.
Well, hopefully Bella will have found something about that out. So I wonder if Bella would have any information on anyone who might know how to treat vampires.
That's possible.
So I guess really what we should do is get to the club. I'll talk to Bella about the digging she did for us last night, and I'll ask her that. And if she doesn't, then I'll get in contact with the prince.
Dex says that sounds good. So, uh,
I guess I'd better jump in the shower real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, he's like, I'll go down and make sure the car's ready while you're doing that. Cause being that you have to charge the car. So,
Excuse me. I grab Dex's arm and say, or we can take your bike tonight.
that's true. You know, my bike is easier to deal with than that fancy car of Natalie. No. Not that it's not comfy, but having to charge the freaking car.
Of course, if we end up taking Celia home, I'm not sure how we do that on your
Well,
bike. Come to
well,
think of it.
well yeah, that's true. If things work out but on that front, I'll go home and get the car.
Okay, that works. Because I want to ride on the back of your bike.
Okay. Plus, I want to have a little conversation of my own with Bella because we need to smooth things out after that little almost confrontation.
Can't believe she thought you had anything to do with her sister's disappearing.
Why in the world would I do? How in the world would I have done?
Considering her sisters are more powerful than all of us put together.
Yeah, yeah. Fact, one of the things she told me when we were hanging out in the cave before the whole thing at the park is that the oldest one of the three, Elspeth, was at the Salem witch trials several hundred years ago. I have no way to fight that.
No.
So why would I even want to? They're a little odd, but you know.
Well, Bella's a little odd herself.
Well, you know, she's the baby of the family. Where do you think she gets it from? Because Elspeth is the oldest, and Corinne is the middle sister, and then Bella, and yeah. So I don't think you would call any of the three of them quite normal, if you ask me, but they're nice enough. So I would have no reason to even think about wanting to hurt one of them. Yeah, I don't know where Bella got that from,
I
but
don't either.
maybe she's just freaking out because her sisters are missing, and
Yeah, well, I
you
think
know.
we're all under stress.
But
I don't know if we'll have time to get to the clinic tonight, but we'll at least call Dr. Jameson back at some point.
right, the Friday nights are always ridiculous at the club, so
Yeah.
hopefully some Friday night the prince will show up.
Yeah,
'Cause,
well, he's got his own stuff he's dealing with right now.
but he liked that band at his
Mhm.
birthday party, so actually, when you talk to Celia, like, I wonder if they've come up with any new stuff since the birthday party. Or they just been playing same stuff for the last few weeks. But he he gives you a little squeeze and then he goes, "You should get dressed so we can get going."
Yeah, I'll go off in the shower and get dressed.
Um, while you're doing that, he's sitting at the table having his cup of blood for the quote morning. And so when you get out, he's sitting there. You almost ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's like it's like 8:15. We should probably get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two of you walk out the door, and then head down to the parking lot where his bike is sitting. Um, then he climbs on and puts his helmet on and hands you another helmet because even though you're vampires, there's a helmet law in New York City.
Now there sure as hell doesn't seem to be one in New Mexico. Almost
No,
nobody wears one around here.
haven't seen that many bikes though. So
I've
no.
seen plenty of bikes, just nobody wearing helmets.
Well,
Mm.
yeah, you guys could crash and split your heads open and it wouldn't hurt you guys, but the cops would freaking lose it.
Right, as we're sitting there giving a detailed description of the accident and what happened, and we're like, heads split open, and the doctor's going, can't deal with this, can't deal with
Right,
this.
right. So Dex is like, it's less of a hassle just to wear the helmet. Makes it look more human looking anyway. And he gives you your helmet. You climb on the back behind him. Yeah. It's only like a 5-minute ride to the club. He's like, you know what? Decent in decent weather. I don't know why we just don't walk to the club. Ridiculous. But you wouldn't want your little rock star friend to have to walk back early this morning. So you guys take the 5-minute drive to the club. And being a Friday night, there's already 24, 36 people milling around in the parking lot waiting for you guys to show up. No, you guys, Dexter parks his bike in his designated parking place, and he jumps off and puts his helmet down on the seat, walks over and grabs you and lifts you off the bike and takes your helmet and puts it next to his. Looks like we've got the standard Friday crowd building up already.
Yeah.
I better go grab my clipboard and get this line moving.
Yeah, and I'll go up to the RIP room and make sure the bartender up there's got everything set and ready for tonight.
So the two of you walk in. Dex grabs his clipboard and heads to his appointed spot. And you walk in and go up to the VIP room, and the VIP bartender's standing there. And, yeah, they came in the back before you guys even got here. 'Cause the bartenders have keys because they have to deal with stock and
Right.
stuff like that. But they generally come in the back. So she's standing there and she stops you as you're doing stuff and goes, "So, you heard anything about Winter? Is she getting better?"
Nat?
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
No, actually, it sounds like she may be getting worse, unfortunately.
It's not good.
No.
What in the world could this be?
That's what we're trying to figure out. I had Bella do a little digging around last night, so when she gets here, I'm gonna grab her and see if she found anything out.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, how's your stock look? You prepared for tonight? It's gonna be busy.
I think we're gonna be okay because I'm set up here and I help the replacement girl set up down on the main
Oh,
floor.
good.
So I think we're gonna be okay. That's if the normal Friday crowd shows up.
Right.
If it gets any bigger, we might have a little difficulty. But yeah. With that, you head down to the main floor. And the replacement bartender is standing over by the window. Yeah, you can hear her say, "Well, that's kind of strange."
I'll walk over and join her. What is?
Um, hmm. Give me an intelligence and wits roll. And
Okay.
uh,
That is one success.
you walk over to the window next to her when you hear her say that. She, you're like, "What did you see?" And she points, and for a very fleeting second, you see in the darkness, you see this. What both of you assume is a human female, or a human shaped female, walking along the back edge of the parking lot.
Hmm.
It's not somebody trying to get in line. She just sort of hanging out at the back edge of the parking lot.
Hmm.
And
Well, I'll go to the door and ask Dex if he noticed her, and if not, I'll point her out to him and say, just want to keep an eye on her.
he says, "Oh yeah, I didn't see her. I've been dealing with guests, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on her and uh, make sure she doesn't do anything too strange."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when I get a break in the line, I'll go over, and if she's still there, I'll go over and see what she wants.
Okay, but just be careful.
Yeah, All we need is another strange thing going on.
Right. Meanwhile, has Bella come in yet?
I haven't seen her,
Okay.
but we haven't been here that long. No. Mm. He goes back to checking people in the door. He turns for a second and says, "When Bella shows up, I'll tell her you want to talk to her."
Okay, yes, I'd like to grab her right away when she comes in, if possible.
Okay. I'll let her know.
Okay, thank you.
And the bartender, by the time you get back from talking to Dex, the bartender's back behind the bar. She's like, this should be interesting. This is the first Friday night that I've attended bar. Nat's usually here, so hope it doesn't get too crazy before the night's over.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. And one. Yeah. And after you've taken a few minutes to just sort of make sure everything's set up, make sure the stage is set up and all that, you see Dex open the door and you see Celia and the other three band members, who are guys, by the way, start bringing in equipment. Celia's like, "Hey, Winter, how's it going?"
It's going. How are you doing?
"Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Uh, wish we were big enough to have roadies do this part, but you know,
You want me to have Dex help you guys set up?
we got it. We do it everywhere."
You could always make yourself a few roadies if you know what I mean.
She smiles and goes, "Don't think I want to deal with that responsibility quite yet."
Yeah, well, there is that. Yeah.
Mm.
Then you'd have to be training them how to deal with your equipment and training them how to be a vampire.
Yeah,
Might be a
yeah,
little much.
right. I'm hoping once we get a little bigger, we can hire a couple who one are already vampires and two who know how to deal with equipment. Um, and when you when the fourth guy walks through, you see through the door that Bella is standing there talking to Dexter. And they seem to be having a normal conversation.
I'll tell Celia, you go on and get yourself set up there, and I might come up later and listen and maybe make a request.
Okay. Sounds good. By the way, instead of lugging amps and stuff upstairs, is there a back way into VIP?
Well, yeah, it's stairs too, but
That's true. It is the second floor, I guess.
yes, we don't have an elevator, but yeah, there's a back staircase.
I was thinking you might have a service ramp in the back or something,
No, just stairs.
but that'd be kind of steep up to the second floor. So, okay, just a thought. And they started lugging amps and stuff upstairs. You turn around and you see Bella standing there. Hey, Winter.
Hey, you want to grab a booth and we can talk for a minute or two?
We can do that. Uh, Can I get your bartender to bring me a Jack and Coke while we do that?
Oh, of course. You want any additives in there?
Uh, you can, you can tell her to put some B negative in it. Turn it a little red. It'll look like cherry Coke.
Okay. So
Man,
I'll go up to the bar and I'll order that for her and uh, tell her to make me a gin and tonic with a splash of a neg, no ice.
okay. Mm. Takes her a couple minutes, but she manages both of them. Mm. She slides them over to you.
I'll bring them over to Bella at the table. And so you checked out the Invictus headquarters last night, right?
Yeah.
Did you find out anything that could pertain to what happened to Nat? Because things are getting a little dire. They tell her what Dr. Jameson told me.
Look, she's like, that sounds really bad.
Yeah.
I found out some stuff, but I also found out, let's just say, good news. Good news. She's like, there ain't no good news here. It's
Okay.
like bad news and worse news.
I was kind of hoping there'd be some good news.
Well, it depends on what you classify as good news, I guess. I thralled a couple of younger vampires that were working there. Uh, they told me there are indeed experiments going on in there.
Did they say what kind? Or who they're doing them on?
basically anybody that comes in there.
So they definitely did do something to Nat then.
That's the bad news.
You have no idea, you weren't able to get any information on what they might have done or what these experiments are for, what they're trying to determine by doing them.
They won't. These guys are low level workers. They won't tell them stuff like that. This kind of stuff would be on a need to know basis,
Mm.
and your average orderly slash janitor slash whatever, they're not gonna tell them that.
No, I get that. But we know, at least we know that, yes, they did do something to her.
But the even more troubling part, to me at least, is there's an entire wing of the place that's been closed off. You can't get you can't get in, you can't even get in it without authorization.
Is that unusual? I mean, I've only been there once myself, so I wouldn't know anything about the headquarters.
Well, this isn't a this is Invictus headquarters, but it's the this part is the, you know, for all intents and purposes, vampire hospital. So, so yeah, it's kind of odd to have an entire wing that's, you know, only accessible after you get authorization.
Yeah, that seems
So,
strange. Speaking of vampire hospitals, would you have any idea of who might be able to help Dr. Jameson take care of Natalie? I mean, anyone who has expertise in caring for vampires. I don't know if you would know anything or not, but you've been around a while.
well, over the years, my sisters and I have had to get treated for, you know, various things. Spells gone wrong, such like that. Uh, yeah, there is a doctor over on the other side of Manhattan. Oh, actually, quite close to where you know, the really rich people live with the really big houses. Uh, and she's one of them because she gets paid really well because she has to keep her mouth shut.
So she's not a vampire herself?
No, she she's a vampire sympathizer. Yeah. Vampire groupie, if you'd want a nicer name for it. Um, but I want to tell you though, you get her to treat Nat, it's not going to be cheap.
Well, that's something we'll have to work out. But if you can give me her name, I'll have Dr. Jameson. We have the same last name.
Yeah.
Get in contact with her.
Yeah. In fact, Um, she pulled out her phone. I'll give you her name and her phone number.
Okay.
So she types that in, and a couple seconds later, the text thing on your phone goes off.
Thank you.
I think tomorrow night, being Saturday, I'm gonna go back over there because, yeah, having an entire wing of a hospital closed off is sends really bad signals, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that seems a little weird. Well, let me know anything else you find and be careful.
Uh,
Did you have you found on the front of your sisters, have you found out anything about what may have happened to them?
mm, Not really, but I'm suspecting that all of this might be connected in some way.
Well, seems like it might be.
Mm. Oh, by the way, have you heard any more about there been any more news reports about this whacked out serial killer
I
that's
haven't
real?
heard anything so far, but that's still something we have to investigate. This whole thing with Nat kind of took precedence.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the cops had said anything else, like on the news or something.
Not that I've heard.
Mm. Human serial killers are bad enough. When you start getting vampire ones, that gets ridiculous.
Right. Or humans that vampires have messed with, which this seems to be the case.
Yeah, that's true. Well, their brains are rather squishy. It's not hard to do. In fact, the two orderlies I talked to and Invictus are going to wake up with the worst headaches they ever had tomorrow, but you do what you got to do.
Right.
Yeah. But I think for tonight, I'm going to relax and enjoy the band, and then tomorrow I'll go back over there.
Okay, well, like I said, keep us posted on anything you might find. Thanks for helping out.
Oh, I will. Not a problem. Like I said, I think my sisters are mixed up in this somehow.
Maybe they discovered something they weren't supposed to.
It's possible. Huh. Well, I'm I'm not going to think about it for the rest of the night, and
Right.
I'll get back to it tomorrow.
All right.
Mm, mm. She takes her drink. She picks up what's left of her drink and takes it over to her normal table that she normally sits at, which is right up next to where the stage is.
So I'm gonna go into my office and call Dr. Jameson.
Okay. So, um, as you walk into your office, and you sit down at your desk, you look at your phone, and um, and the name that Bella gave you is Lillian Hill, and it's got a Manhattan number. I have no idea what that would be. I'm not trying to guess phone numbers. So, but, so you call Dr. Jameson, and takes her a minute to answer, but she finally does. Like, hello, this is Dr. Jameson.
Hi, it's Winter. Um, got a name of a doctor to put you in contact with that may be able to help.
Oh, that's great. Um, she's like, I'll grab a pen and a pad here. And she's like, okay, okay.
I give her the name and phone number.
And there's silence for a second. You go, Will Dr. Lillian Hill?
That's the name I was given.
Okay.
Do you know her?
Most doctors in New York know her. um, we all want houses like she's got. Yeah, like she generally only treats by appointment. She gave up the quote rat race years ago.
Private practice?
Not even that, like I said, by personal appointment.
Well, as another doctor, maybe you can elicit a favor from her.
Who do you know that was able to have her phone number?
Bella, she said she and her sisters have been treated by Lillian over the years.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware she dealt with our type of customer.
Apparently she does.
I will have to give Lillian a call. Probably tomorrow, though. It's kind of late now.
Yeah. Well, for a human, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, she is human. So,
The Dr. Jameson?
both of them.
Oh, yeah, I knew Lillian was, but I wasn't sure about Dr. Jameson.
Yeah, they both are. Well, but I'll put it this way. Dr. Jameson, Lillian is straight up human. Dr. Jameson, from what you can gather, is a ghoul. Her husband is probably a vampire. But he says, I'll let you know what happens when I'm able to get a hold of her.
Okay, great.
And with that, she says goodbye and hangs up. And she mumbled something about it being a busy night at the clinic, so how she didn't say, but uh, when you walk back out of your office, you can hear Orpheus starting to do sound check. Yeah. They've got all their stuff hooked up, so they're doing sound check. And when you walk back out on the main floor, it's full. I mean, you have your own designated booth as owner, but other than that, it's packed. Uh,
Well, yeah, I'm gonna swing by the barge to make sure the fill-in bartender's doing okay, and
yeah,
then I'm gonna head upstairs. I'll grab another drink from the upstairs bartender and find a place to sit and listen to Orpheus when they start up.
because they play up in the VIP floor, but you can hear them all over the club.
Right, well, I'll go up to the RIP section.
And so you go up there, and the VIP bartender's standing there. It's so loud you can barely hear anything at this point. You walk over to the bar, and the bartender's like, "It's gonna get loud up here pretty soon. Uh, what can I do for you?"
I have a gin and tonic, little egg, an egg, no ice.
"I can do that." A couple minutes, she slides you a glass.
So,
And
is the seating is there anything open up here to sit? Is it packed too, or not yet?
not yet. Most of the people are still downstairs. Because you do have to get, yeah. Your average person is not a VIP customer. So, yeah. So, fact, you recognize everybody up here because they're on your VIP list. You know who they are. Because they pay a nice chunk
Right.
to, for the perks up here. And in fact, you go around and say hi to the ones that are up here and, you know, chat for a second. You know all of them by now. You were hoping the prince would show up, but he's busy like he always is. Um, and so are you the one that announces the band, or does Celia do it, or
Oh, Celia does it.
okay, yeah. She says hi to the people, and you hear this incredible roar from downstairs. And she introduces Orpheus and the band members, and they like they do,
Mm-hmm.
such and such on bass and blah blah blah. So, um, and she's like, "Glad to see the place is packed tonight. We've got a couple new songs we're gonna try out. We've never played them before, except in practice, of course. Uh, hope you like them." And they just start into their first song. And, and for the next couple of hours, they play like what, a dozen songs, and then after the dozenth song, they're like, "We're gonna take a bit of a break. We'll be back in about a half an hour." And you see all all the band members, including Celia, head for the bar. They all need a drink after 12 songs. And you look down over the main floor, and like I said, it's packed. But give me another wits and intelligence roll.
Okay, that is one success.
You look at the door. You see a police car in the parking lot. And you see what looks like, you're not sure from your vantage point, but it looks like Dex is talking to a police officer out in the parking lot.
I had better go see what's going on there as the owner of the club.
Yeah. So you head downstairs. Uh, and you sort of squeeze your way through the crowd as everybody downstairs is headed for the bar too during the intermission here. The replacement bartender's looking a bit frazzled, but you know. But you head out the door, and in fact, Dex is talking to two police officers standing in the parking lot. And the there's enough distance between them that it doesn't look like the cops are doing anything. But you can see the expression on Dex's face, and it's not a good one. Uh, so what do you do?
I'll go out and be like, is there anything I can help you gentlemen with? I'm the owner of the club here.
Oh, oh, we actually came here to talk to Dexter. We
About what?
sadly had to give him some bad news. We were hoping he could help us out. Um, Apparently, the lady who's been terrorizing our streets here,
Yes. Have you found anything further on her?
well, not good. We found another victim.
Oh,
Uh, and it was one of Dex's old writing buddies.
oh,
And when we found him, he had Dex's name and number in his vest pocket. And we sort of knew what Dex that was talking about. And oh, by the way, when they smile, you can see their teeth.
mm,
They are kindred, by the way. And that's another reason that they basically, it's like Dexter vampire.
right.
Oh, we know where that is. But so they came to the club, and Dexter's not happy. He's like, that was Rodney. I knew him for 30 years. And one of the leaders in the group. I don't understand how this would happen, being that the rest of the club would be there.
I don't know. And I put my hand on his arm. I'm like, do you want to head on back home? Are you okay? I can have Bella check people in. She's here every night. She knows what's going on. She knows how to do that.
Uh, wouldn't really do me any good. Uh, I am gonna have to talk to the other guys in the club, though. I want to know what happened, and if I can get them to give me any information, then I can pass it along.
Yeah.
And then the small side effect of like, give me some info on what you wanted.
Do you think they'll talk to you? You being, dead?
Well, yeah, but with Rodney having my name and number in his pocket, then
You could always pull the whole ghost of Christmas past thing on them.
yeah, yeah.
Get you some rattling chains and, do the whole Jacob Marley thing.
He's like, well, I got the chains already. It's like, that's not a problem. I'm a tad large and solid for a ghost, so, you know, but
I turn to the cops and say, well, thank you for letting us know.
yeah. And they were like, no problem. But either one of you, if you can come up with any information on this woman that we don't already have,
Oh, we're trying. working with Tanner and the prince on this.
And you tell him that the prince actually asked you to investigate this. And they're like, oh, okay. We didn't know that. The the prince hasn't let us in on what he's been up to.
He's got a lot of his own stuff going on, from what I understand.
Always seem to have something going on. Uh, but if he asks you to look into this, definitely let us know if you find anything.
Oh, we will.
Okay. And one of them writes down a name, and it's Sergeant Johnson. And he hands it to you and goes like, if you have any info, you talk to him.
Okay. Is
He's
he one of us?
That's why I gave you his name. You don't just walk in and talk to a random sergeant.
No.
You ask for him because he'll understand. So, because he's the one working with the detectives that are trying to do this from our end. So, if you have anything, either of you, you go find him.
Okay. I think the prince would be the first person we talked to.
Well, yeah, but police wise in the city, find him.
Thank you.
And if you could pass a word on to the prince, uh, tell him that, you know,
You need to be kept in the loop.
well, yes, and if he needs any assistance from the kindred and the force, always got to do is let us know.
Okay.
So, but we would like to know what he's doing and if he needs some help.
Okay.
So, and with that, yeah, they both pat Dexter on the shoulder and, you know, head back to the car and drive off. He's like, now this pisses me off. If I find this woman, I'm gonna give her to the cops in pieces.
Not until we figure out exactly what happened to her. Then you can do whatever you want with her. But
Like,
this is vampire caused, so
yeah,
we need to find out what's going on with that.
right.
But no, I gotcha.
Look, you don't take out a biker member and live to tell about it very long.
Well, yeah, and I think we may have some issues that way with the rest of the gang then.
You know, we're gonna have to let the
If they find her before anybody else does, it could be bad.
we're gonna have to let them know what's going on, and it's gonna be a hell of a shock. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I will let you deal with that end of things because they're your
Yeah,
friend.
it's hard enough. They're gonna be shocked enough to know that I'm alive and there are such things as vampires anyway.
Well, you're not alive, just not quite as dead as they thought.
Yeah, not quite as dead, yeah. Uh, but it's not gonna be a walk in the park for him, let me tell you.
Right. Hopefully they've seen enough shit that they'll be open-minded, but
I want to know how the whole thing with Rodney went down.
yeah.
Who saw what? Because if they saw her, like, pick up Rodney and toss him around and shit, that's they're already losing their mind.
Right.
Yeah, I
Can
think.
we take a quick break here?
Yeah, actually, it's a good time for it. Um, he was just gonna say, yeah, I think I'll go talk to those guys tomorrow before the club opens, of course. So, and we're gonna take a quick 20-minute break here and go to the bathroom and other such things, and we'll be back in 20 minutes, which is like for you, like 20 till. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you then.
All right.
Hello.
Hey,
Uh, well, hmm, yeah. If you're ready, we'll jump back into this.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, uh, um, so just before the break, we found out that one of Deck's old biker gang buddies was the latest victim of the crazed female serial killer that's been running around the neighborhood. And as the as the cops leave and you're standing there doing your best to console Dexter, Dexter like thought this woman was human.
That's what we were told. She's human, but had something done to her by a vampire.
Yeah, but Rodney was almost my size. How could she have pulled that off?
We don't know what the vampire did to her. Maybe she has some sort of power now. We don't
Mm,
know.
eh, maybe.
Maybe she knows spells. Who knows what's going on?
No, that's true. And you also have no idea why this vampire did this to her.
Right.
What the what their ultimate purpose is.
For all we know, she could have incapacitated him somehow. And then,
Yeah, she, you know, she could have talked him into a date or something, and then well, I will find out more tomorrow if they'll talk to me. But and at this point in the evening, there's nobody in Dexter's. Everybody's in the club that's gonna come in the club. You couldn't squeeze another human in there anyway. And as you walk back in the door, you hear Orpheus start up their second set. Do you go back up to VIP or do you hang out downstairs?
Well, I'll do a round downstairs just to make sure everything looks copacetic, and then I'll head back up to the RIP section.
Uh, Bella looks like she's enjoying things. Uh, the as I said before, the bartender looks a bit frazzled. I don't think she's ever handled a rush like what just happened to her. You know, everybody's got 15 minutes to get drink before the second set starts. Yeah. So, not seeing any glaring problems, you head back upstairs where you, where you basically immediately can't hear anything. Well, you couldn't really hear anything down when you were downstairs either, but once they started back up again. So you uh your your drink was interrupted. Your gin and A negative is about half. So you just take up your seat again, or do you go to the bar and have her freshen up your drink? Or,
Yeah, I'll go to the bar and have her do that.
okay. And once again, they play. They don't. The second set isn't as big. They play for about an hour. They do about 8 songs or 8, 10 songs in an hour. And then when they stop for the night, uh, Celia thanks everybody for showing up and tell tells everybody that they finally got their website up and that everybody should check out their website for tour dates and stuff like that. And um, she also says that they're really close to having their first CD out. And that they're in process of making plans for a CD release party when the CD comes out. And with that, they start unhooking wires. And, uh, before that, she's like, and remember, we'll be back next Friday. So all of you better show up. And with that, like I said, they start unhooking equipment and stuff. And Celia walks off the little VIP stage and walks over to the bartender and orders a double Jameson with a splash of O in it. And so she's standing by the bar waiting for the bartender to fix the drink. So what are you doing?
Well, I guess I'll log over and I'll tell her, when you get your drink, you want to join me at my booth over here?
I can do that. I wanted to talk to you about the CD release party anyway. Um, we get the biggest crowds here that we play to, so I was wanting to talk about possibility of having it here.
Oh, and I think that would probably be good for both of us. You bring in a crowd, and so would you want to do that on one of your normal Fridays or a Saturday? We're also busy Saturday.
Uh, well, I'll have to let you know about that because we're not quite done with production yet. So when we get to the point where all we're doing is the CD cover art, then we'll have a better idea of dates and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
But at that point, the bartender hands her a drink, and the two of you wander over to your booth. She sits down across from you. And what'd you think of the couple of new songs we did tonight?
Well, you guys are great. Mhm. Did you write those?
Yeah, I write the words, the guitarist does the music. Um, they're hopefully gonna be the first two singles off the CD if we can get the radio station to play it. Um,
Well, there's got to be a Kindred DJ somewhere in New York. At least one.
you would think.
I mean, good job for the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, if we could find a Kindred radio DJ, all we'd have to do is tell him that we played at the Prince's birthday party. Then, if they didn't play our stuff, we just call the Prince.
Right.
We're like,
Well, you can also plug my club, tell them you're my house band on Friday.
that's true. Now that could get you a lot more customers too.
Yeah.
But there'd be a problem with that. There's no way you could fit more people in here.
It's true.
You'd have to expand the club.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money right now.
So during the break, I saw Dexter talking to the cops outside. Is there a problem?
personal problem. Unfortunately, one of Dex's old running mates got murdered tonight.
Murdered?
Yeah, you know, have you been watching the news? Have you heard anything about this human woman that's been going around killing people?
Yeah, I think I've heard a little bit about that.
Apparently, he was her latest victim.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah,
Dex okay?
I think he's trying to be. We've
Hmm.
got a lot going on right now. And I tell her what's going on with Natalie.
Yeah. Hmm. There always seems to be a lot going on around here.
Yeah, more than I'd like sometimes.
That's what happens when you open the only vampire club on this side of town.
I guess so.
Hmm.
Excuse me, man. I'm gonna go get another drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Uh, So you get up and go to the bar. The bartender makes you your gin and A negative, and you go back and sit down at the booth. And so you're like, uh, you invited me to your booth. Is there something you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, yes. Remember earlier I said I might make a request? I didn't exactly mean that musically.
Oh, really? Wh- What is it you're wanting to request?
um, your company tonight? If that sounds like something you would be interested in?
She looks at you somewhat surprised. She didn't really see this coming. Um, and I'm literally go-
You're
gonna let the universe tell you yes or no. There we go. She's she thinks about it for a second. She's like, "Huh, I might be interested in something like that. What did you have in mind?
I was thinking you could, come back to my place and whatever happens, happens.
Uh, couple of questions.
Yes.
I work for you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make things a little odd?
If we were humans, it might.
That's true. Secondly, doesn't Dexter live with you too?
He does, and he actually brought that up himself earlier. He said he could make himself scarce if that was necessary. I was gonna let that, leave that up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with.
We'll find out.
I mean, and I'm his sire, so he's gonna do what I ask, I would think.
He's lucky his sire's still around.
Yes.
Mm. Uh, She's like, I don't mind if Dexter's around if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Gonna have to let the band know that I'm not gonna be heading back with them. And they're gonna be asking all kinds of questions about that. But I can tell them that you and I and Dexter are gonna plan the CD launch party. Because while I am the lead singer, I'm also sort of the business manager. Mm. Hmm.
Yes, we'll be partying anyway.
Well, that's true. And it pops into your head that now you have to go tell Dexter to bring the car over.
Yeah. So to go let Dex know while you're talking to your band, because we took his bike over here, which is fine for two, but probably not three. So I'll tell him to go get the car.
No, I think 2 is the limit that can ride on a motorcycle at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotta finish helping the band load up and stuff anyway. So, you guys close it. What? 2?
Yeah. Two.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to them and help them load up, and then I'll just come back in the bar or the
Okay.
club. So, and so she goes off to do that, and you go off to find Dexter, who's sort of he's inside the door, but he's just sort of leaning against the wall. He's he's got a drink in his hand that looks like he had the bartender pour a quarter of the bottle into a glass. He sees you coming and is like, "Oh, what's up?"
Uh, Looks like we're gonna need you to bring the car around after all.
She said she accepted your invitation, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That mean I need to go somewhere else tonight?
No, she said she doesn't mind if you're around.
Okay. Not not quite sure what that means. I guess we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yes. I laugh and kind of pat him on the cheek and say, at the very least, you can listen at the door.
He's like, perfect ending to a great day. So, well, there's nobody outside, so I could go get the car now if you wanted.
Sure, Celia's just helping the band members pack up, so I'll make sure everything looks good down here while you go get the car.
Okay. So he slams the rest of his drink and heads out the door. While you're looking around, the bartender's like, "That was about the hardest night I've done in a long time."
Yeah, it was pretty crazy in here. The Orpheus brings him in, I will say that.
And I also probably won't be able to hear normally for a couple of days.
You might want to do an order for tomorrow night. It looks like you went through a lot of our stock here.
Yeah. Hmm. If they're gonna play every Friday night or most Friday nights, we might want to double order on Fridays.
I would definitely recommend that, yes.
Because that way we won't have to be scrambling for tomorrow. So she turns around and heads into the back to start making an order for tomorrow. She's like, "Well, while there's nobody here, I'll get that done so I can get out of here when you guys close." While you're standing there, Bella walks up. Says, They did pretty well again tonight. What I hear about a CD release party?"
Yeah, we were talking about, she brought up that she'd like to have that here when they're ready. So, yeah, that's something we're going to discuss. I figured it would be good for both of us, bring in lots of business.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be pretty cool. Uh, Dex is looking kind of bummed out.
Yeah, did he tell you what's been going on or what happened tonight?
He did. And I don't know what's up with that woman.
No.
Well, at least Dex and I aren't grumbling at each other anymore.
Well, that's good. You got all of that settled?
Yeah, we talked when I came in tonight.
Yeah, I saw you talking.
Yeah. This whole thing's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna head out, get some sleep so I can go over and uh, do a little more poking around tomorrow.
All right. And thanks again for helping us out on this. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to see if my sisters are connected to this at all. I want to try and get try and sneak into that authorized only wing tomorrow. See what I can see. So if I'm able to, I'll let you know.
Okay. Be careful.
I will. And maybe Dex and I'll have another chat tomorrow. Hope he's feeling better by then.
Yeah, he does seem a little shaken, but that's understandable.
Yeah. Apparently the guy was his friend for a long time.
Yeah, he said he wants to talk to the other gang members tomorrow, if they'll talk to him. Him being a vampire and everything.
She's like, oh, that should be fun. It's like telling your parents for the first time that. Luckily, my parents were both witches, at least, so they sort of kind of understood. But so anyway, if I find anything out, I'll let you know.
Okay, great.
Mm, she heads out the door, and you actually watch her walk out the. And when she gets past the doorway out into the parking lot, she just vanishes. Like, if you walked out into the parking lot, she wouldn't be there. So you walk back in and are just sort of checking stuff out, seeing if there was any damage or anything in the club from all those people.
See if any drunk humans threw up anywhere. That's happened.
Oh yeah, yeah. Facts. See if there are any drunk humans still there.
Right?
Yeah.
Passed out on the toilet.
Or face down in a booth or something. Yeah. Cause that happens too. uh, well, you do a quick once over and everything looks pretty good. You're like, need to make a mental note of having the carpet cleaned soon. Uh, and as you're typing that into the notes of your phone, give me another wits and intelligence roll.
Okay, that is 3 successes.
You look up just in time to see a teenage couple that has to be, yeah, 18, 19, coming down the stairs that only lead to the VIP area. And you're like, I was just up there. What the fuck? And then it flashes into your head. There's only one other room up there that you couldn't see from.
They were in the feeding room.
Yeah. And you're thinking to yourself, they're probably doing, or they probably did what you were thinking about this morning with Dexter. And the girl sees you look up from your phone as they're coming down the stairs, and she grabs his arm and they both out the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go up and check the state of the feeding room at this point.
Yeah. So you go up there. Let's see. What would this be? Um, actually, give me a resolve and composure roll.
Resolve and composure. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Let me. Oh, there's resolve. Resolve and composure. Okay.
Do you have dots in those?
I have 2 in each.
Okay.
Okay. That is a failure because I got 1 success and I got 2 ones. So that's
Oh, you botched.
yeah.
Okay. You 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 get up to the feeding room, and I mean, it's a mess. I mean, whatever these two were doing, they weren't neat about it. Uh, there's her underwear is still there. uh, and there's two bodily fluids. One looks like blood, though. Uh, and the other one uh, definitely isn't blood. Let's put it that way. But it doesn't look like the type of blood that you get from a vampire feeding. It looks like the girl was a virgin and ended up not being by the time they were done.
Great.
And and strangely enough, maybe it's the 4 vodkas and or gins and A negative you've had tonight, but you have to seriously fight not to throw up from seeing the state of the room.
It's too human-y for me.
Yeah, and that's well, and you're
Plus, don't vampires have a better sense of smell than humans?
yeah, and you know. You know what sex smelled like. You had it this morning. But for some reason, that mixed with the alcohol, and you're just it brings back human memories of the first time that you had sex, and it's like your stomach is just not happy all of a sudden. And you have to fight to keep from throwing up.
Plus, now I gotta clean this shit up before it leaves.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go downstairs, go behind the bar, and get a pair of rubber gloves. The washing gloves, the big long dish gloves,
Right, yeah.
and like bleach and shit. And I'm wondering why Dex even let these two in, because they were obviously underage to begin with, unless they like snuck in somehow.
Yeah. That's the next thing on your agenda is looking at the guest list and seeing if anything looks out of the ordinary or whether these two snuck in the back somehow or So while you're doing this, you hear Celia ask the VIP bartender where you are, and she points to the feeding room, and Celia walks back there and walks up behind you, and what in the world happened here?
Freaking humans.
It's like, I'm the lead singer of a rock band, and I don't even make messes like that. It's what happens when two people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
I hope the girl has to explain to her mother why she came home. She's suddenly not wearing any underwear.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah, even worse, in a few weeks, she has to explain to her mother why she's pregnant.
if she's not, if she's, if they were stupid enough to do it without condoms or anything, yeah.
Well, thank God I haven't found a used one of those lying around. Humans are humans are disgusting.
Oh, we both used to be one at one point,
I know, were we this bad?
probably. Especially when you were their age, are you kidding?
Well, yeah, I guess.
One of the upsides to being a vampire is you're gonna have sex and not have to worry about all that
Yeah.
peripheral crap. Yeah. Which is kind of handy when you're in a rock band.
I mean, there's rules posted on the inside of the door. That's one of them for this.
You expect a horny 18-year-old to read?
No, I guess not.
Come on. So, hmm. She's like, too bad there isn't a spell to clean that up.
Yeah.
After you're done there, you're gonna be ready to go, or what are we doing?
Yeah, as soon as Dex comes around with a car, he ought to be back. He should have been back by now, actually. Maybe he's down there.
I'll, while you're finishing with that, I'll go downstairs and see if he's made it back yet.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So you spend the next, what, 15, 20 minutes cleaning the place up and spraying a little deodorizer around, and you throw the pair of underwear in the nearest trash can and head on downstairs. The VIP bartender's like, uh, everything I need to do done for the night. Can I head out the door?
Yeah, see you tomorrow night then.
Yeah. So she grabs her bag and heads out. And when you get to the main floor, you look out the window and Dex is standing by Nat's car and Celia's uh, having a conversation with him. Uh, the the main floor bartender stops you for a second and says, I got the order for tomorrow done. It should show up before the club opens.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. It should do alright if we don't get slammed like tonight.
Well, Saturdays are usually pretty busy, but not quite as bad without the live entertainment.
Yeah. Um, um, she as as she's grabbing her coat and her purse and walking out the door, she's like, "If you see Natalie anytime soon, tell her I hope she gets better."
I will. No, she's not doing very well, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
But I'll let her know.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow night. Be safe.
Okay. You too.
Yeah, with that weirdo running around.
Yeah.
And as she's leaving, you think to yourself, yeah, but none of her victims have ever been vampires.
Right.
They've all been humans. Uh, you walk out the door and lock the door behind you and walk up on Dex and seal you. Uh, she turns and says, "Oh, you get the upstairs dinner."
Yeah. That was not something I was thinking I had to do tonight.
Dex Dex chuckles. It's like, yeah, Seal, you told me what happened up there.
Yeah, th- that's a question, Dex. Did you let a couple of underage kids in earlier?
Not that I can recall.
Damn it,
I
you must have snuck in somehow.
I stuck to my. This is a Friday night. I stuck to my guest list.
Yeah, that's what I figured, so they must have found some way in.
Might have come in the back. What? Uh,
Well, yeah, because I have to leave the back door unlocked during, uh, operating hours for fire safety, so they
yeah.
could have.
Fact, you guys hang out by the car for a minute and I'll run around the back and see if there's anything that would have told us that somebody got in.
Okay.
And he heads around the corner. And while he's doing that, give me another wits and perception check.
Wits and intelligence.
Yeah, which is the vampire equivalent of perception.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
Uh, that the woman you saw earlier, at least the silhouette of the woman you saw earlier, you look up from talking with Celia, and she's back at the back edge of the parking lot. Just standing there. What do you?
I'm gonna wait till Dex comes back, as he is the, you know, biggest and most intimidating looking one of us.
She.
And when he comes back, I'm gonna have him go over and see what she wants.
Um. Couple minutes later, he walks back around the corner, carrying a T-shirt with a rather pronounced hole in it. Um, he says, I found this on the ground by the back door back there. I wouldn't be surprised if your teenage boy might have been wearing this as they tried to get in the door and it got snagged on the door or something.
Looks like it. Great.
So, don't want to cost you more money, but you might want to post another guy back there.
Not a bad idea. If I can find a suitable vampire, I'll do that. When Tanner gets back from vacation, maybe I'll ask him if he can find an Invictus uh, person to help us out.
Too bad. Too bad we can't borrow the prince's driver.
Right. That would put an end to anything that might go on, one way
even
or the other.
even I'd back up from that dude.
You'd probably be smart to back up from that, dude.
Celia's like, who are you talking about?
The prince has got a new driver who's basically a mountain.
Yeah, Dex is like, yeah, he's 7 foot tall and weighs 400 pounds. I don't know how he fits in the car. Celia's like, holy crap. Um, uh, you look up from your conversation. The shadow has moved a little closer, and you can see the form, and you can see her eyes, and they're solid red. And
I'll kind of let Dex know she's there and be like, that's the same one that was hanging around earlier, isn't it?
yeah, and
Maybe we should ask her what she's doing and what she wants around here.
I can go up to her and see.
Just be careful.
Be prepared to. You two be prepared to run.
Okay.
Because he notices her eyes and it's like, something's not right there. Uh, he he attempts to go up to her. She bolts. I mean, she's moving faster than he can move.
Well, at least she didn't attack.
But
If she's moving faster than he can move, then she's probably not human. At least not entirely. Because vampires can move faster than humans.
yeah, all you've been told is that she, well, uh, before I do that, Yep. as she as he's walking back, he sees something on the ground, reaches down and picks it up, and then you hear a string of language you haven't heard from Dexter since he moved in with you.
What is it?
He walks back up to the car, hands you what he had, says, "This is Rodney's biker patch for the club.
Oh,
He wouldn't give this up unless he was dead."
that was her.
She still had it.
I thought that might have been her.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
then I'm definitely glad she didn't attack.
Which means she probably knows about me.
Right.
Which means she thinks I'm gonna be her next target.
But her targets haven't been vampires, they've been human.
Apparently, she's not aware of that difference.
Or she's branching out.
That's true, too.
Well, then that means you either definitely do need to talk to the rest of your biker friends tomorrow, or conversely, you need to lay low.
And what he was going to say before that is that the only thing we know about her is that she's been messed with mentally. We don't know anything else about what this vampire may or may not have done to her.
Well, I would think she's been messed with more than mentally, considering her eyes.
Yeah.
That's a very physical thing, and humans don't have glowing red eyes.
And a little female like her is gonna take out somebody like Rodney, who's almost my size. Something different there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything closed up,
Yes, everything's done, closed up.
so we can head home, right?
Yes, please. I'm
Yeah.
ready. Like I said, I was not counting on having to do all that tonight.
And you can see Celia is visibly nervous. It's like, what in the hell's going on around here?
It's an ongoing investigation as far as that's concerned.
And the three of you climb in the Tesla, and within 5-10 minutes, you're parked in the underground parking for the apartment building. And Celia's like, "Huh, you guys live here. Nice building, at least."
Yeah, this is a Nat's apartment before we all moved in on her.
And so you guys walk up to the door. Dexter opens the door, turn on the light, and walk in. And Celia's like, apparently Natalie does pretty well.
Apparently so.
And Dex closes the door. Says, walks over to the fridge. Can I get anybody a drink? I know I'm going to have one.
Sure.
Celia's like, what do you have over there? And he's like, well, we've got every type of alcohol necessary, and we've got 3 blood types. She goes, JD with a splash of B. And he's like, I can do that. And the 3 of you sit on the sofa. Celia's basically in between the 2 of you. And she's like, and what were the 2 of you? And what sort of plans did the 2 of you have for the rest of the evening?
Well, we didn't really make any concrete plans. Figured we'd just kind of play it by ear.
Okay.
Why? What are your plans?
Well, you see, I just realized I was sitting in between the 2 of you. Like, you know.
We can rearrange ourselves any way you want, and you can take that whatever way you want to.
He's like, I think she's just fine right here. And Dexter's like, I think we should do what we were doing this morning, except add her to it. And she's like, and what was that? And with that, he sort of, without any real warning, he sort of picks her up, puts her over his shoulder, and heads toward the bedroom. He's like, the night that I've had, I know exactly what I want to do. So I'm assuming you follow.
Yeah, I like slam the rest of my drink and go.
Like, uh, and that's where I'm gonna end tonight. We can find out next time what exactly happened between the 3 of you. So, did you have fun? Winter is actually going to get to play with her favorite lead singer finally.
Yes.
And when it comes out on video on YouTube in the next day or two, I hope the people who watch it enjoy it because we had fun doing it. And, uh, follow us on all of our social media. We're Fallen Dragon RPG in some form on everything. This will also be up on Anchor and iHeart, and not sure about Podbean yet. I'm working on that. What else? Go and buy all of Robin's books. The links are in the description. They're on Amazon. Her stories are almost as twisted as the stuff that I come up with for these games. So if you like the games, you'll like her books. And this should be up on YouTube and podcast within the next day or so. We're doing another episode of Fallen Dragon next week, and for those of you who follow that, you know how strange that gets. So,
Yeah, don't miss that one.
with our bat friend that can barely survive a meal these days. And you should all watch the Call of Cthulhu 4th of July episode that we just did, because you get to see Robin driven crazy and then digested, I guess, the best word for that. Lesson for everybody out there: if your recently dead ex-spouse comes back, run.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's it. I'm still working on merch and Patreon. I'll let you know when I actually get this done. You have anything you want to say?
No, see you next time.
All right. Yep. We'll see you next Saturday for Fallen Dragons. Night.
Night.